Good morning, my friends. It's another lovely early morning. Starting off with the Saie, and that is still a highlighter, I think, but I'm using it as a primer. This is a travel size. I have a large one somewhere. Hope you're all having a wonderful morning. I have some naughty cats running around, being very chatty today, so if you hear them, I'm sorry. One snuck under the bed and is sitting there yelling at me or growling. So I hope they don't disturb you that much. After this one, I am going to put on this little guy again. I am in the color 130 Opal. This is the Shiseido, and now I don't have my glasses here, so I can't read what it says, but it's Synchro Skin Refreshing Foundation, I think. I'll write it in the comments below. Sorry, I forgot to bring my reading glasses, and without them, I can't see anything. And I know I look like I'm white as a sheet, but that's because I am. This is just to reduce the redness in my face. It actually is kind of my skin color. I only get red in the face. I don't get as red on my neck. When I get into the sun, I do get I get sunburned quite easily, but I also tend to get brown after a while. I don't get brown. I mean, there are levels, and I'm not brown, but I absolutely do get like a golden kind of tan after a while. So I have this weird, am I yellow, am I red? Nobody knows. I don't even know. I've been doing this for years. I'm not an educated makeup artist by any means, but I did work as a freelancer in the 90s, and I worked at one of the big makeup shops in Sweden called Face Stockholm. Gucci bronzer, trusted friend. It's in the shade 01. And of course my cat is yelling at me. She wants attention. Not sure if you can hear her. I am going to blend it out. It does look a bit insane in the beginning because it is quite pigmented. But this one is a very good reddish color. I'm going to try and be quick today. Don't have that much time. And one of my lights didn't want to play along. There we go. And of course I still have a zit. Lovely. It's always lovely when you're in your 40s and the zits pop up. Then I am gonna use this little guy. It's the matte liquid eyeshadow from Lisa Eldridge, and I can't for the life of me remember what it's called. I think it is Liquid Silk, but this is in the color Ione or Ione. Ione, not sure how to pronounce that. This one is a little bit similar to the Armani shade that you have seen me use before, the cashew one in M22, I think that one is. But this one is a little bit cooler, and I really like this one. I do have the color cashew, but that one pulls way too yellow on me. Ooh, not nice hair. Sorry, my gray hairs show up everywhere. Cashew is a bit too yellow on me, so I'm going to give that to my bestie. Oh, I think I took a little bit too much. Yeah, definitely took too much. But these ones blend out like a dream. You can literally fade them into nothing, which I absolutely love. And it's super quick and they last very, very well, even on my slightly oily eyelids. Well, right now my eyelids have been misbehaving terribly. They are normally a little bit oily, so I get creases. But right now they've been like eczema prone, which is of course absolutely yay. So they are a bit dry. Could be that I'm going into perimenopause, I'm not sure, or it could just be that they feel like being arseholes. You never know. I can pull my eyeshadow underneath my eyes a bit further down because I have these quite large, very white eye bags. It's actually worse on this side than that one. And especially this one being so light, I can pull this down quite a bit without it looking weird. And it has a slight pinkish tint to it, so it sort of blends with my skin. I am very excited to try the 4 new shades that Lisa launched just, I think it was a couple of days ago. Normally it will take a little bit before it reaches Sweden, but I'm really looking forward to trying those ones. And I always try to wait until they arrive at Cow Perfumery because I want to support them. I have sometimes ordered online and it worked out fine. I did it with the Betty palette because obviously Cow hadn't yet released Lisa Eldridge. I'm going to use this one. But now that they have it, I am going to try and buy everything through them. I did the same with the Victoria Beckham. Before I had to go to London and go to the Victoria Beckham store on Dover Street, I think it is, and which was lovely. I mean, the staff there is absolutely brilliant, but it's very much more convenient to be able to buy stuff here. And of course, I get to meet Christian and Wenke and Simon and the other lovely people at Cow. So I don't think I've bought anything from Victoria Beckham online. I'm sure it's a very nice... Oh, I took the wrong one. I took the sparkly one. Sorry. Like I was saying, I haven't bought anything online from Victoria Beckham, but I'm sure it's a lovely experience. Her shop is amazing. And the shopkeepers are wonderful. I've always gotten such good service when I've been there. One time I came straight from the airport and I looked like something that the cat dragged in. I had like a big woolly sweater, no makeup. Everything was in a messy bun and I got the most excellent service. Despite the fact that, well, I almost looked like a homeless person. I was in I think it was in jazz pants or something like that because I had been traveling from the US, I think. Anywho, I am going to add a little bit more to my glow line. I want a little bit more warmth. Well, so I'm going to use this one from Sigma and it looks like that. Let's see if I can see. It's called the Ivy palette. Has some really nice base colors to it. And Sigma always makes good quality shades. I want to have a little bit more warmth, like that. And I'm using, sorry guys, I don't have any glasses, so I think it says Head, but I could be wrong. This one. I normally, when I'm out shopping and things like that, I have to use the magnifying app on my phone if I don't wear glasses. Yeah, it's that bad. sorry. I'm going to wait a little bit longer, and then I'm considering operating on my eyes. I think I'm something like 250, 275-ish. So I'm waiting until I get to like 350. I don't want to operate too soon, because then I'm worried that if I operate, it might start going bad again, and then what do I do? I'm not sure if you can operate several times or things like that. So we'll see. I am definitely having eye surgery in the future because this really sucks. And then of course I'm going to use the little lilac-y one, my fave. It takes any kind of simple look and just pulls it a little bit more like spring. You just feel joy, which I absolutely need right now because it's very dark and cold, and I need to feel a bit spring-like, I could say. You see? It makes me happy. I'm not sure if I made it look as pretty as it can, but I'm actually going to take some of this one, the slight sparkle, and put that onto my eyes as well. There we go. Just so I can blend the two. There we go. And that, of course, was the Betty palette by Lisa Eldridge. Then I am using Cocoa. I'm sorry, I tend to use the same stuff, but these are my go-to, very much loved items. Well, I obviously haven't been using Betty for years because that one was released last year. But I have been using it. Out of all the hundreds of eyeshadow palettes that I own, I have been using it a lot. And when I have a palette that I go back to time and time and again, that's really good. Makes me happy. Because I do have a few that I've only used a couple of times and just like, So it's always nice to have some palettes that you return to on a regular basis. Taking a little brush. This is an old Makeup Geek one. Makeup Geek doesn't exist anymore either. I think Marlena Stell has started another brand. I saw it just a few days ago and I can't remember what it was called. But I'm hoping that it's going to be as good as Makeup Geek, but because that one was really good. They had lovely eyeshadows, and I must say she's very good with colors. Makeup Geek made my all-time favorite light shadow. When they closed down, I think I bought 4 or 5. So I'm excited to see what the future will bring for her brand. Well, now her being in the US is not very helpful, of course, with tariffs and all other lovely things. But we'll see. Hopefully stuff will work itself out quite soon. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. The Prada powder, the green one. I have no clue if it's called anything, but it's the only green powder that Prada has, so it's quite easily detected. It's just to reduce a little bit of the redness in my face. Oh my god, I'm looking pale. I am looking rather ghostly. So, going into the Rum mascara in black. Doing my under lashes first. Sorry, making weird mascara face. Also looking into the mirror. I just redid my highlights, and well, I should say low lights, because I have more low lights than I have highlights. Yes, well, 2 days ago. So now I have like blocky big highlights. I wanted it to look like something I had in the late 90s. And of course, one of my favorite colors is black. I've had black highlights now for a good while, but now I have like huge ones. So I look a bit like Frankenstein's wife, or as my husband said, Cruella de Vil. Not sure if that's a positive or not, but I really like it. I have the most excellent hairdresser, and she is just as crazy as me. I'm sure if I came to her and said I wanted to have leopard dots, she would actually do it. Sorry, my light is going up and down. Don't know what's going on with it. Could be it's running out of batteries. There we go. I have a bit of smudges as always. We'll fix that later. And then lastly, my little trusted twin thin. Let's see if I can show it like that. Yeah. Twin thin eyebrow pen. I don't know if you would call it the pen. Liner. Dual liner. No clue. Well, it's not a pen, obviously. It has 2 liners, so. But I love this one. It makes it so much easier to paint on the missing part that I managed to tweeze off in my wild youth. I used to have quite bushy brows. Well, not anymore. I'm trying not to be a very naggy mum with my kids, but the only thing I have been like consistently saying no to is my daughter tweezing her brows too much. Otherwise, I'm pretty laid back with most things. But tweezing the brows, I was like, you can shave them. Oh, my light died. I'm sorry, guys. But we are on the finishing line. Still have my little ring light, so that should be fine. So there we go. I am gonna pop on just a little bit of cream on my. I'm gonna use the Ole Henriksen little lippy, and this is in the color Cocoa, I think. I don't know because I can't read it. Now I don't have any light, so now it's even worse. This is just a, but it's a very, very nice one. Sorry. And there we go. Thank you, my friends. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.